Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Life as Cal. It's all about me, Cal, and my life. For today's video, I'm bringing you another rendition of my favorite things, walking you through the items in our apartment that we can't live without at this point, even though we've just moved in only a few short months ago. If you haven't already, pop over to this link to check out the apartment tour that I filmed last week. So stay tuned to hear the list of favorite items in our apartment that have helped us settle in nicely to our new home. The first item on this list are these end tables. Now, growing up, I always had those big, intricate, wooden, gorgeous end tables. And Mom offered those up to us. And to be honest, they just didn't have a place in our apartment. We go for a mid-century modern look, and they just wouldn't fit the vibe, but they also wouldn't fit square footage-wise. So we ended up picking up these online, and they're versatile. They're small enough that they're out of the way, so we can have two, and we use these for everything. We pull them around to the front of the couch to have a meal in front of the TV, or we keep them on the side for our coffee or for our laptops if we're working. They're really, really versatile, and we actually use these as indoor and outdoor tables. If we want to have a nice candlelit dinner on our balcony, we make sure to pop these on out there, and they're super easy to clean up and bring back in, and also keeping these clean are super easy. We just take a wet rag over the top, wipe it on down, and we're good to go. It's not real wood, but it looks like it, and it works for us because these ones are super affordable. So, once these have a few years of wear and tear, then we will upgrade, but we're really enjoying these for the time being. The next item on our list is command hooks and command strips. So the brand Command has come up with this genius wall mounting system that allows you to take a little strip with an adhesive back on both sides, one to paste to your item and the other to paste on the wall. And it's a damage-free way to decorate your walls. And since we're renting our condo, this was the way to go. And most of our artwork, most of our lights have been hung up with these command strips and command hooks. Because we're renting, it's really nice to not drill more holes in the wall. I always just used to get so much anxiety when Joshua would pick up the drill. So doing this way has definitely saved us some headache and some hassle. They're so easy to use and they're super cheap. We got a whole big pack from Costco or from Amazon. They come in bulk, so it's really nice to just have them on hand too. I use them for production. As you can see, the lights behind me, they're hung up with command hooks. We use them for hanging up bags, hanging up aprons in the kitchen, jackets, what have you. We use these all over the place. So shout out to Command, sponsor me, for creating this genius. The next item is the Costco Reusable Shopping Bag. So when we used to go to the grocery store, my mom used to bring her reusable bags, but they were just so tacky. You guys know the bags I'm talking about. They had every single design. She had to pick one up from every single store, every color. She had one for, with every fucking flower on it. She had one with every character on it. She just had a plethora of designs and styles of these reusable shopping bags. So when it was time for me to move out of the nest, I did not want to take those bags with me. And all the ones I saw, I didn't like the designs. They were too gaudy. And yes, I know what you're thinking is, Cal, save the planet. Don't care about your personal preference in style here for your reusable shopping bags. But Costco saved my ass yet again because they came out with these plain black, super sleek, large reusable shopping bags. So now I am reducing my use of plastic, but these ones are particularly great because they're so big and sturdy. You can get 3 of these for $15 at Costco. And we only have 2 right now, but we put all of our frozen items and beverages in here because it carries the heavier things really nicely. You can also use these as a travel bag too. We'll use these when we go to the beach or when we go to the park and need to grab a lot of stuff. They're super easy to clean. You can even stick them in the washer if you need to. I'm telling you, if you guys get these, you'll love them so much more than those smaller reusable shopping bags. This is by no means a designer shopping bag, but it's a lot better than the ones my mom used to show her around the grocery store. So I highly recommend grabbing you a set of these. Next in the lineup are the smart outlets and the Alexa apps. So Joshua introduced me to these, and I will never go back to using a light switch again. We use these in almost every room in the house, aside from the bathroom, of course. But it's so nice to settle in on the couch or in bed and not have to adjust the lights manually. It's such a luxury, but it can actually be really affordable, especially if you already have an Alexa device. So we love the smart outlets, but we also like having the Alexa in general. She helps us set alarms, timers, reminders. She also curates our grocery list. We have 2 of these, one in the bedroom and one in the barn. For a good sized apartment, 2 should be all that you need. But we are always using this. I will never go back to not using this technology to aid in everyday things. Next, we have Etsy guitar hangers. So we have way too many guitars and too much wall space to not utilize this space the way we are now. And as you can see, this is a form of decor that is so specific to our interests and hobbies that it adds a very nice personal touch while spatially being very practical. It gets our instruments up and out of the way so the space underneath can be utilized. Here we have our music section with our amps and other things that can't go on the wall. So now this entire wall is being used to maximum capacity. And it also looks really, really cool. We got these hooks off of Etsy, so they are personalized and higher quality wood. But I'm sure that you can get these from other sellers. And eventually we'll upgrade these to more decorative ones, but these get the job done. Coming in at number 5? Area rugs from Wayfair. So our building requires that you cover 80% of the floor space in each room. So we have a total of 3 of these area rugs. I've personally never had area rugs before, but they're such a great alternative to carpeting. They add a splash of color to every room. They can be rolled up and moved whenever we need them to. If you want to change up your style, you can buy different ones with different patterns if you really have the disposable income to do so. We got these on sale at Wayfair, so we measured out the floor before buying them, and they came within 2 weeks, and they were exactly as pictured, and they fit perfectly for what we need them to do. They're really nice because if we just want to use the hardwood floor, we can just roll these up and put them out of the way, and it's like we never had them. If you get tired of seeing hardwood floors and you want to change it up a little bit, just slap down an area rug, and that solves your problem. So the next favorite thing are these fabric folding chairs. So these were actually borrowed from Joshua's parents, so we'll have to return those eventually. We just haven't gotten around to buying our own, but we will one day. I was hesitant about bringing folding chairs into our home because I thought it would look cheap and out of place, but these are actually very nice. The fabric cushion that's built into the chair completely transforms this chair from like high school gymnasium to apartment chic. They're so easy to move. Before we were gifted outdoor chairs, we would actually bring these outside on the balcony and then tote them around wherever we needed them. We didn't want to add a lazy boy because we just didn't have the room for that in our apartment. So having these folding chairs is really, really nice because they serve their purpose of being used for extra seating when we have guests over too, but they also are able to be moved around the apartment. We use them in the music section, we use them for filming, we use them outside. So they're really versatile. And, in a small apartment and in our first apartment, we wanted to make sure that all the furniture that we had was serving multiple purposes and getting the most use out of these items that we possibly could. So before you keep watching, leave me a comment to let me know what your favorite home or apartment decor item or appliance is, because we're always looking for new items to add to our list. And because, it's been so much fun getting to realize what products and what items and appliances have become staples even in the short amount of time that we've been living here. We just moved in together for the first time, so I would love to hear about things that you now won't move without or you can't live without. So let me know in the comments below. So this next item is a little bit silly. It's the shower triangle holder thingy. So between Joshua and I, who's Joshua? Between Joshua and I, we have a lot of shower products. We have many hair care and skincare items that it just makes the most sense to have them in the shower with us for easy use. We don't have that much space in our linen closet or under our sink to store these extra products, so having this place in our shower just acts as another place for storage. And it matches enough to where it doesn't look crazy or out of place. Our bathroom's white, the rack is gray. No one's gonna come over and be like, wow, Kel and Josh, I love your apartment so much, but that rack in your bathroom looks a little weird. Anyway, next item. Okay, this has got to be the silliest but most practical item on the list. So I have to feature this here because I don't know if when I say the name you'll understand what I'm saying, but sink catchers. So whenever I would do the dishes when I was living on my own, we used to have sink catchers, and it was always my least favorite job was to reach into the sink after all the dirty dishes were in there and empty out this disgusting little metal thing and then have to put it back. And all the places I've lived and even growing up, I'm pretty sure we didn't have more than one of these. But this apartment came with like 4 different types of sink catchers. So whenever the one gets dirty, we get to put that in the dishwasher and then we get to replace it with a brand spanking new one. So it's really nice to have it that way. So if you don't have multiple of these, it's like a little luxury. It's a really nice touch to have in your kitchen. And, I said we do the dishes, but we both know that only one of us does the dishes in this relationship. I'll let y'all speculate who that is. So this next item is probably my favorite thing on this favorite things list. As you may know from my other video, drinking water for me is kind of a chore, but this contraption makes it a little more bearable. So we got this Brita filter because we needed to filter out water and didn't want to get a filter that went over our faucet. So we came upon the Brita brand, and we've used their other filtered water devices in the past, but this one takes the cake. It holds several ounces more than the portable Brita filters. And we probably fill this up every 2 days or so, and it's really easy. We just stick it in the sink, it fills up, we pop it back in this fridge. And this is where this stays. We just open up the fridge and dispense our water just from this big container because it stays cold, it stays out of the way, and it is nice because if we have guests over and we want to serve water in a larger capacity, then we just bring it outside of the fridge, put it on the bar, and people can help themselves to water. But this is an awesome, awesome device, and I literally can't believe that neither of us have heard of this device before, especially because Joshua drinks so much water. Now, I never thought that these would be on the list, but this final item has become so important to our TV viewing experience, right? So we have a total of 3 TVs that we use in our apartment, 2 of which are suspended on the wall via these wall mounts. So they were super easy to put together and comparatively cheap to what you would think it would cost to mount a 55-inch TV on the wall. It also allows you to move the TV out from the wall to plug things in the back or bring it closer to the couch, and you can tilt it up, you can tilt it down, you can direct it to the left or right for your viewing pleasure. So hanging it on the wall has helped keep them out of the way and use up wall space as opposed to floor space in our smallish apartment. Just like the wall mounts, like wherever we can utilize the wall space, we would prefer to do that than using floor space because then we can use that floor space for something else. The greatest thing about these wall mounts is the actual part that goes on the wall is supposed to be kind of a more permanent fixture. So we drill it into the wall and then you just quite literally mount the mounting part of this TV mount. I don't know the technical terms for these things. The hangy part, which you put on the TV to hang it on the mount it on the hanging part. The thing that goes on the back of the TV is super easy to assemble, and you can adjust the height of that in order to adjust the positioning of the TV. But the wall part stays in place, and then the TV part can be adjusted. So if you ever get a new TV, you can just remove the part from the TV and put it on the other TV, and you don't have to take the wall mount part off the wall. Oh my God, I hope that made sense. This was nice though, because we used to have a smaller TV in our living room and we've upgraded to a larger size, but the same wall mount was able to accommodate both and we didn't have to move a thing. And the third TV we chose to keep on a stand because it's smaller and we end up moving this one around the apartment depending on what we need it for. So that's enough about TV mounts. As always, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you saw and want to see more content like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell to know every time I release a new video. And while you're there, just make sure to drop a like too. Thanks again for your support. You guys have no idea how much it means to me. And I'll see you in my next video.